This is the engine lathe you will be using in this machining lab. It is typically used for making cylindrical parts. There are 5 main components to the engine lathe: the headstock, the quick change gearbox, the bed, the carriage, and finally the tailstock. The first main component, the headstock, is driven by an electrical motor, and the speed is modulated by a series gear inside the box. This is the spindle nose. There is a spindle run through the lathe and it is hollow so that the long workpiece can be fed from the back of the spindle. At the end of the spindle nose, we have a work holding device. In this case, it is a 3-jaw chuck. The spindle speed is set in revolution per minute, or RPM. Here are 3 shift levers. They are used to set different spindle speed according to the chart to the left. Further down in the headstock is a feed reverse lever. This controlled feed either towards or away from the headstock along the longitudinal direction, or towards or away from the center of the spindle along the cross direction. On the left side of the lathe, directly below the headstock, is a quick change gearbox. This particular model has 2 shift knobs and 1 shift lever. You will need to change the lever to different combination of letters and numbers according to the chart to set the different feed. You can also use the same set of knobs and levers to set the pitches or threads per inch if you are doing threading. In this chart, the integer numbers, for example 24, means 24 threads per inch in threading, and the number with decimal points are feet in inch per revolution. The heavy casting is the bed. It's the backbone of the machine. On top of the bed is a set of weights. These are grounded and hardened surface that allow other components to slide on. Below it is rack and pinion, which allow us to move the carriage back and forth along the ways. Sliding on bed is carriage. It is pretty complicated sub-assembly. There are 3 main parts to the carriage. This is apron, which contains most of the controls. On top of it is an H-shaped casting which slides along the way, and this is called saddle. On top of the saddle, there is another slide moving perpendicular to the ways, called cross slide. If we look in front of the apron, this particular handwheel is longitudinal handwheel which allow you to move the carriage towards the headstock or away from the headstock manually. This handwheel is a cross slide handwheel which allow you to move the cross slide in and out manually. Both of them usually have graduated column on them so that you can set 0 on it. This is the feed engage lever which allow you to engage power feed at the set feed from the quick change gearbox. This lever is half-nut engage lever for threading operation. Please do not touch it in the lab since we do not do threading in this lab. On top of the cross slide, we have a compound slide which carry a 4-position tool post. At any given time, maximum of 4 tools can be mounted on the tool post. You can switch the working tool by release the knock lever and rotate the tool post. The last major part is the tail stock. It is a 2-piece casting. The bottom part is bolted to the waist through a lever hidden behind. The top part of the casting holds a spindle, which is moved in and out by a handwheel down to the far end. Inside the spindle is a Morse taper. It's meant to hold the drill bits, centers, or other tools.